Welcome back, baseball fans, to the 1969-70, 71-72 Carryover League. We are going to be looking to the final division in the American League, the American League West, home of California, Oakland, Seattle, and Texas. And the Angels will have the first pick in the draft, as they had the worst record last year. We know they're going to get Nolan Ryan in a trade, probably the first overall pick. They lose Nepper, Shirley, Mike Witt, Vukovic, Parker, DeCinces, Baylor. They don't really lose a lot of superstars, so it could very well be that, you know, they're just slowly do a slow rebuild here. They have Etchebarren, McLaughlin, Johnstone. Messersmith are going to move to the Dodgers and end up with Bill Singer and Nolan Ryan. Tatum is in their bullpen with Wilhelm and Elomar. So that's a nice nucleus for the Angels. And these are the guys that are available. Well, we said that Bob Nepper is gone and they need to replace a lefty starter. And here we go, Mr. Clyde Wright. That's an excellent card. 22-game winner. Outstanding. Great news for the Angels. So the Angels could go into the draft and say, right, just jot down Nolan Ryan and Clyde Wright on their draft cards, and they already all have Bill Singer in tow, and you got three dominant starting pitchers. Plus you got a very capable closer in Mr. Ken Tatum. Hoyt Wilhelm's a good setup man. So you really have the makings of an outstanding rotation just by saying Clyde Wright. Eddie Fisher could go to your bullpen, the 3.05 ERA. And you have Jarvis Tatum, not so much. You have Bill Voss again, not so much. Well, it's going to be pitching before hitting in California, that's obvious. Next up, the Oakland A's. And it's their time again. They lost to the Orioles in the ALCS, but it's time to put this dynasty together. And the A's, again, they're going to lose Bosley, Heath. Ricky Henderson's a big loss. Dwayne Murphy's a big loss. Scott Thompson, Kurt Young, and Gary Lavelle. So a lefty starter, lefty reliever, and a couple outfielders are the big needs for the team. They have Bob Locker, they have Vida Blue, Jim Nash, Mike Torres, Sal Bando, Dick Green, Catfish Hunter, and Reggie Jackson, and Raleigh Fingers. They have the rights to Raleigh Fingers. This might not be the year they select Raleigh, as he is 7.9 with a 365 ERA. Now, what's the problem here is that that's it, folks. There is nobody here in the farm system anymore. They're all up. See, they're all got taken, and they're in the league. 71 Locker. You can actually do inventory. It's 71 Locker and 71 Blue. 69 Nash, Torres, Bando, Green, Hunter, and Jackson. Those 8 guys are currently on the A's. And Raleigh Fingers is on the protection list. So these are all A's, and there's no more farm system to look at, which means they're going to have to find 2 free agents from the pitchers and catchers available, and they still haven't really put an eye on who they're going to use to replace the outfield. Jose Tartable from 69 is a possibility, but aside from that, nothing is really apparent. The good news for the A's is that all those players that you did see are really good. So all you have to do is put some salad dressing on them with some extra guys, and they're going to be good to go. You don't have any glaring needs. I mean, actually, left field and center field, Joe Rudy can play left field where our friend Ricky Henderson was. So I'm not overly concerned with Oakland. Seeing their farm system dry is just because they have a great farm system, and all those guys who have been selected and are in the Carryover League already. So this will take us to the Seattle Mariners, an unfortunate expansion team. They lose Alvin Davis, Rupert Jones, Lance Parrish, Salazar, Spillman, Wiggins, Eric Schall, and Jim Beattie. That's a lot of guys to lose. They bring back 71 Ron Woods, 69 Matic, Motten, Sigi, Ulander, Luke Walker, and 71 Klein. So that's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 7 other 8 guys are sitting right here. Ron Slocum, catcher against lefties. That would be rather interesting, wouldn't it? A lot of homers and triples and extra base hits and a 141 batting average. So John Ellis, he's got a couple nice cards in this era. One of them is a 290 batting average. So I don't know if you want to take this John Ellis, particularly if his defense at catcher is still not good anyway. You're going to have Dick Woodson and possibly the 1969 John Ellis anyway. Skip Lockwood, wow. So he got his career going with Milwaukee during this time. Eventually he'll end up in the Mets bullpen at a future date and time. This Lockwood, though, has a 4.29 ERA, a starter 7. Not so sure it's worth the trouble. Jim Driscoll, a left-handed hitting infielder. Yeah, he's got power, but nothing else. No defense, so that's a big no to this guy. A very young Tom Grieve. Generally, I don't like to take a rookie like this unless, for instance, I knew that if I take 1970 Grieve and then I have him for 4 years, then when 1974 rolls around, if Grieve is good in 74, then you just and keep him and improve that card. But I don't believe that's the case with Grieve. And so that's why they're an expansion team. That's another reason why I'm not overly concerned with Oakland's draft, because they're in the same division with California, Seattle, and Texas. California will be back sooner than later because you got good pitching like that. The Angels may want to build themselves some good defense if they can't find the sticks. So we'll go to the Texas Rangers now. It's been bittersweet because they played so well in the Summer League, but the building blocks that continue it aren't here. They're going to lose Rivers, Sundberg, Darwin, Smithson, Mason, and Caudill. So 4 pitchers, a catcher, an outfielder. They have the rights to Nolan Ryan, and then this is the 1970 Ryan, who's okay, but the point of making the deal is to get assets for Ryan and let the Angels grab, not directly to the Angels, but they're going to move Ryan to another team, and the other team will move him to the Angels. They have Dick Bosman, Mike Epstein, Frank Howard. It's good to know that after 69 Frank Howard, you can bring him back next year, and he'll still hit 44 home runs for you in 1970. So that's a good eye-opener right there. We'll have a couple good years left of him. Good players on this team. Maybe the players that are currently on the team will keep them going. Here is Ed Stroud. This would be a pretty cool card. Plays some center field. He's an ace stealer. A lefty who you wouldn't take out versus lefties because he's got power. It's alright. It's better against righty. It was like 272. 266 hitter. That's not bad. I could see this card working out. Horatio Pena to replace Bill Caudill in the bullpen, possibly. This card's not bad either. That's a fine card. 279 ERA. Now, Ken McMullen could replace Buddy Bell at third base for the Rangers. They could move him. They could move him to the Dodgers, possibly even. Dodgers have eventually get Ken McMullen, I believe. This is a California Angels Ken McMullen with 229. So not a really good Ken McMullen here. Tim Cullen's got good defense, but the stick's not there, and I think he's got a better year in the future. Dean Chance, we saw his card in 1969, and it looked better than this. So, yeah, 424 Dean Chance. So I don't see that either. So I don't know. Ed Stroud makes some sense, and Horatio Pena, boom. you know, 2 guys plus all the compensation they'll get for Nolan Ryan trades and possibly even some compensation for Cleveland for Buddy Bell. So it's not a bad gig for Texas. And like we said, maybe the A's, you know, win the division, but maybe they're not quite as dynastic as we thought, since they don't seem to have any. There's no obvious replacements on Oakland's just sitting there in their own farm system. So that's it for the American League portion. The 1969-70, 71 to Carryover League 69 box. When we get back together, we'll do the National League, and then we'll take a look at the unprotected free agents. Thank you for checking out all these videos. We'll see you next time.